In Liberia, the future of education is being redefined. A groundbreaking initiative spearheaded by the SPIX Foundation and the Ministry of Education is bringing the power of digital technology to classrooms across the nation.
In our rollout of respect, we're working with only 3 countries, and we're very happy to have Liberia be one of them. Let me talk briefly about why you should believe that respect is going to work. There have been many proposed platforms for education, ed-tech platforms in Africa, which have all more or less failed. There's the Learning Passport from UNICEF and Microsoft, which has appeared to work because there's tens of millions of dollars pushing it every year. And when you've got the brute force of tens of millions of dollars pushing it, you can push it pretty far. But as soon as that money ends, it will almost certainly fall apart because it was not designed for the conditions of Africa. It was designed for the conditions of the United States, which is where Microsoft comes from. It attempts to reproduce those conditions in Africa with desktop-based servers and internet routers and so forth. It creates a little bubble of North America wherever they set it up. This clearly cannot work. Whereas respect is focused entirely on the mobile devices that Africans already have. 5-year-old low-end phones from Transsion, phones like Infinix and Techno and itel that the people of Africa already have. That's our total focus. No new hardware is required, because hardware, surprisingly, is expensive. And if you're trying to make this available in the global south, minimizing additional expenses is massively important. Likewise, data is particularly expensive in the global south. And if you have to choose between data and dinner, dinner wins, quite reasonably. And so we compress the data. Right? And I'm not going to go into the details of the technology. Mike Dawson, our acting CTO, will go more into that. Right? But the point is, Respect was founded by our patron, George Spix, who worked for Microsoft for 20 years, who started a supercomputer company before that, and who has a deep technical background. I have a computer science degree. I know how code is supposed to work. I worked for Microsoft for a decade, making Windows the most dominant platform in the desktop computer industry. And my work was cited in 3 different antitrust cases against Microsoft because my abilities to drive new technologies to be successful were so successful, our competitors thought they were unfair. Fortunately, the Department of Justice thought otherwise. But the point is, we know how to build technological systems that actually work. Mike Dawson has been working in low-resource countries from Afghanistan and across Africa for nearly 20 years, building mobile-based ed-tech solutions. We know what we're doing about the technology, but we're not educators. This is where you guys come in. We need your help to make sure that the platform we're building actually works in your schools, actually works for your teachers, actually works for the Ministry of Education. Right? And we consider Liberia to be a key partner in that effort.
It is an honor to address you all today at this significant co-creation meeting on education technology, an initiative that holds great promise for the future of education in Liberia. The presence of esteemed experts in pioneering local AI companies underscores the importance of collaboration in driving technological innovation and educational transformation. The integration of educational technology, referred to as EdTech, in Africa has potential to transform learning, making it more accessible, inclusive, and effective. However, achieving a meaningful impact requires collaboration. Co-creation in EdTech, where stakeholders jointly develop solutions, ensures that innovations are tailored to real-world educational needs. Partnering with organizations strengthens this approach, providing resources, expertise, and sustainability. This workshop serves as a platform to deep engagement, creative ideation, and co-development of solutions that address specific challenges faced by Liberia's education sector. Through our collective efforts, we can develop a cutting-edge tool, adaptive learning platforms, and inclusive technologies that cater to the needs of students and educators alike. The government of Liberia fully supports this collaborative initiative. We recognize the vital role of stakeholders such as Project Respect and the SPICS Foundation in shaping an education system that is future-ready, technology-driven, and globally competitive. Your expertise, innovation, and commitment are key to unlocking the transformative potential of AI and EdTech in our country. I urge all participants to approach this workshop with a spirit of innovation, inclusivity, and purpose. Let us seize this moment to forge meaningful partnerships, design sustainable solutions, and create an education ecosystem that empowers our youth and strengthens our nation. EdTech co-creation in partnership with SPICS Foundation and local AI companies is a game changer for Liberia and African education at large. By combining expertise, resources, and innovation, these collaborations drive scalable, inclusive, and sustainable solutions. Governments, private sector actors, and nonprofits must continue to fostering such partnerships to bridge the digital divide and create a brighter future for learners across Africa. On behalf of the government, I extend my sincere appreciation to Project Respect, the SPICS Foundation, and all participants for their dedication to this cause. Together, let us pave the way for a brighter, more technologically advanced future for Liberia's education sector. Thank you.
This documentary explores a pilot program designed to equip educators with the tools they need to thrive in a digital age. A collaborative effort between the SPICS Foundation, a pioneer in EdTech solutions, and the Liberia Ministry of Education.
And again, as I said, we welcome each and every one of you, the participants, for coming. This program today is in connection with the team that visited the United States since last year, September 28th, in Washington, D.C. We were there for 5-6 days, and we ended it at the World Bank. Thank you, for you were there. It is from there we signed the MOU to work with SPEC and implement the digital education today we are coming to learn about in our elementary school to find strategies how all of our children, the first of their kind. I went to school in Liberia, but I have not seen any government school where computer were taught, except that some of us we are BBC, born before computer. But I don't know which one of the elementary or government school that they ever taught computer in the 80s, the 90s. So again, I want to say thank you for this program. The minister is excited for this program. I want to say thank you, June. And this is going to be a help for our children that are coming up. Some of us will barely managing it to just be part of the young people because we did not learn it. My children, especially the one that is about 6 years, he will teach me sometime. Is that not a good thing for our children? Yeah, let us get a big hand. And she in the 6th grade. 11 years old, she says today our friends can think about such a unique program. I want to say we all should be happy and excited for this program where we will be learning literacy and numeracy. And that's one of the biggest problems, John, in Liberia right now, foundation learning. Therefore, especially when it comes to STEM program. So all of you that have come, I want you to put your best. You will be TOT, trainer of trainer. When you learn here today, when you get to your respective countries, I want you to do your best. Don't have the light under your table. As you learn here, go and distribute and go and teach somebody so that everybody will benefit. The 15 countries all cannot come here, but those of you that have come from these countries will look up to you to teach those that are not fortunate to be here. The tablet that they're giving you, I want you to manage them properly. Let them be used for the intended purpose. There is nothing that you're going to dash everywhere. Because the minister is very strategic when you come to monitoring. We will monitor you, we will visit your school, we will ask you what you're doing on the daily basis. I might not be there, but they see what there. So again, let me take this time to say thank you, John, for coming, and to you, the organizer of this program, the training. I want to say thank you.
My name is John Kimoto from the Speaks Foundation. I'm head of office for Africa. We are here on a mission, and our mission is to achieve the vision of Liberia education, of having every learner receiving quality education and receiving it all the time in a resilient way. That also is the vision of the Africa Union. And to achieve this, we are working on removing all the barriers that have prevented education technology from achieving the vision of reaching all the learners all the time with quality and at no cost to the learner. Today, we are adding a 2-day teacher orientation program that is bringing the teachers together from 5 counties in this country of Liberia so that we can be able to bring them to speed on how they can use the technology in their hands to be able to deliver quality education to their learners at no cost to the learner, at no cost to the teacher. And that way then, we are able to reduce the barriers to do with infrastructure of connectivity, infrastructure of heavy devices like computer labs, and we bring it down to the devices that the teachers have themselves, that the parents have, so that learning can take place in school when the teacher alone has a device, can take place even when the teacher has a device and is able to communicate with the devices that are there at home, bringing resilience, and even work when we have sufficient technology available with us in terms of devices in schools and devices at home. The quality of education going through this system includes technology apps for management of school, education technology apps for coursework, and education technology apps for management of even teachers and learning attendance. So all these brought together are bringing technology to the learners, to the teachers, to the teacher managers, and even to the technology world as a multi-sided platform that benefits everyone, and the final winner is actually the teacher. In the last 2 days, we have been here in Kakata with 40 participants, among them 30 teachers and teacher trainers and education managers, including the top officers of the Ministry of Education. Lesson I have learned is that when it comes to education technology apps and in the area of digital courseware, having digital courseware that is standards-based is very important, because the digital courseware we are using in this training is standards-based and is able to respond to the curriculum.
My name is Nina Nelson. I am the Director of Outreach and Engagement, and it is my absolute privilege to connect with everyone online from Kakata, Liberia. Team Respect is very fortunate to be here interacting with teachers from 5 different counties across Liberia. We have had the chance to learn using these tablets on which we are downloading programs and having teachers share their experience with ICT integration and allowing our team to go design solutions with the Liberian population. For Team Respect, this has been an engaging and learning opportunity on the realities on the ground. Project Respect is designed to answer realities in the EdTech space. We are very fortunate to be able to interact with the team in Liberia. Learning about the realities that Liberian teachers face every day was an eye-opening experience. I think it emphasizes the need to co-design and co-create EdTech solutions that speak to the needs on the ground. It's also an opportunity for my team to take very important feedback to our broader team and hopefully come back with wonderful solutions that answer problems facing the Liberian community.
Over 2 intensive days, educators from selected counties gathered for a transformative training program. The focus: integrating digital technology into the classroom and mastering the Respect Education apps. The Respect Education apps are designed to make teaching and learning more effective. They offer a range of interactive tools, from educational games to personalized learning paths.
So there is a step-by-step guide on how you can use the tablet to be able to download an EdTech app and also use it in the classroom. You should also be able to design a simple classroom activity using an EdTech app. In today's learning, we are planning how we can create a lesson that can be actualized using one of the EdTech apps that we shall be learning. And then lastly, you should be able to apply the best practice for introducing EdTech apps in your classroom. So that is what the module will entail. Now, something else is on awareness and content, and we are saying that education has always used tools. The education, since the time immemorial, it has always used tools, and one of the tools it has used is the blackboard, isn't it? Yeah. That is what we can connect with so easily. And then we have also had radios, we've had projectors, computers, and now we are talking about mobiles and mobile apps. because we are living in the 21st century. Now, the EdTech apps are software programs that help teachers and students to learn in interactive ways. That's what they are. Now, we'll be doing there will be a reflection here that you'll be given time to reflect. You'll be writing 2 or 3 tools you have used before in teaching. For instance, the chalkboard, the text. How did these tools help you? So let me just do an overview, because this one is what we expect you to be learning by yourselves. In stage 2, we shall be introducing the EdTech apps to you, telling you what they are, and we have given you some examples. Today, in the middle of the training, we have developed an energizer similar to the one that we were doing this way yesterday. You remember? But now this one will be a digital game, and we shall be using one EdTech app. And then you'll see how you can transform learning in your schools to make kids love coming to school and enjoy learning. So examples of EdTech apps are there. You'll be looking at them. And then there is a task for you. And then you shall be having a hands-on exploration, where step by step we shall be guiding you on how you are going to install that EdTech app and how you are going to use it in the classroom. This is a game. It is an educational game. Now, this is a quiz. It has 4 choices. EdTech refers to what? Red color means education. Yellow, blue, education treatment. Green, ed technology. And the other one, this color, education technology. Actually, you can see it. Touch the color that gives you the answer. Touch very fast the color. Touch the color. We are moving to the next one. Which of the following? Listen. Which one is not a barrier? Which one is not a barrier to scalable, executable, digital courseware? Which one is not a barrier? All these are barriers. Which one is not? Tool fatigue, availability of funding, connectivity gaps, and commercial viability. Which one is not a barrier? Availability of funding is not a barrier. Now let's move on. True or false? This is true or false? Listen. Respect is an open source digital library EdTech app. Is that true or false? True. That's the color. Blue is true, red is false. So what is it already?
My name is Peter Bushnell. Peter Bushnell is a teacher trainer for ICT with Speaks Foundation. I came to Liberia to pilot a project that we have in Speaks Foundation called The Respect. So I've been here in Monrovia. I've also moved to other parts of Liberia, that is Kakata in Margibi County, to pilot the Respect project. As the main facilitator with Speaks Foundation on the Respect project, I want to say that I have had a wonderful experience, because the master trainers that were selected by the Ministry of Education to come and participate in the training were really eager to learn, and I can say that they contributed to the success of the training. Well, we had a few hiccups here and there because their level of understanding was different from the one that I expected, but I can tell you that we have started on a level that is projected to grow higher and higher as we continue engaging them in a series of trainings, in a series of capacity building. From my own assessment, Speaks Foundation is committed to promoting ICT integration in Liberia, and the Respect project, which has been piloted here for the very first time, brings in a lot of hope for the children of Liberia who are going to benefit from the teaching from their teachers. So I can say there is a lot of hope in Liberia, and we are looking forward to having this partnership even grow more, and for us to extend to many other counties in Liberia. Respect is going to be one of the de facto here in the African continent. And one thing that is peculiar with respect is that this is a platform that is a library or a home to a multitude of educational apps. And one thing that is peculiar about it is that the teacher does not need to do multiple logins to access various apps, but the teacher will only need to have a single login, just one login, and the teacher will be in a position to access hundreds and thousands of apps that are going to help them in their daily classwork.
I'll be showing my students how to use the app to get our lesson done.
Instead, my students will have different learning environments. With the usage of the app, they will have more enthusiasm, more friendly learning environment. This is the tablet we have for our students to use in the classroom. Okay? And I'd like to say thank you so much to MOE or the government of Liberia. But the 15th tablet, Honorable Minister, would like to appeal to the government that they should increase the number of tablets, because our few student population, when it comes to government school, you have up to 45, 50 students. So the 15 tablet will not be enough. So we ask that you please increase the number. We are expecting word for the team, respect. I mean, they are so great, they are, down to earth, and making sure that those of us that came to learn from them brought themselves down to our level. We all have to become flexible to learn from them. And we appreciate them so much. We are hoping that they can repeat the training at least 4, another time, perhaps annually.
First of all, I would like to commend respect. I really learned a lot. I learned on the tablet how to access most of the app. I also learned that we should provide equal education to all Liberian children. So, therefore, I'm going to use the tablet to demonstrate what all I learned from the training, so that lesson can be like a phone in a class, so that the children will be able to comprehend and then have access to most of the things that will be done in the classroom. Yes, some of the materials are in it, because like, for example, if you check in our curriculum, we talk about personal hygiene. And then if you check in that, our lesson 1 there talk about personal hygiene. So I think most of the activities in the app will correspond with our curriculum. All right, first of all, I would like to thank them so much. And then my big thanks and appreciation go to MOE, who is a brain behind this technical workshop. And my appeal to MOE is they should continue this program so that knowledge can improve all the time, so that people can live. Yes.
No, when I first came, which was yesterday, I didn't know how to turn the tablet on, and by the help of the facilitators today, I'm able to turn the tablet on. So now I learned a whole lot about this tablet. When I get back to the students, that I'll be able to impart the same knowledge that I have gained from here. It's going to help me also to teach them at a high speed. Yeah, their reading skills and their mathematics skills is going to increase. This tablet, the lesson in here is designed in line with the curriculums of Ministry of Education, what I've observed from the training. My message to the president is for him to lobby it around with international partners. This program shouldn't just be restricted to public school alone, but it should also be extended to the private schools, because all of our children in this country want to benefit from this program. So that is my appeal to the president of Liberia.
And to the Ministry of Education, I want to say a very big thank you, because this is my first time going through a training like this. I didn't know how to even access information from the tablet, but today I can access information from the tablet, and I'll be able to present that tomorrow when I get back to my school. So that I learned a lot today. I'm even helping most of my friends on the table here to teach them how to turn the tablet on to access information from the tablet. So I learned a lot. I hope that this tablet program will be extended to the legal part of Liberia. My thank and appreciation goes to the SPEC Foundation today, Mr. John and the rest of the team. You people will not stop there, that this program will be sustained. Yes, let this program remain in Liberia. I pray that as you people leave, that the Ministry of Education will be able to sustain this program, because the program is very fine for our school-going children in Liberia.
Especially from our class, will be more impartation of what we exercise here, because during the practice time it makes the lesson easier and the learning, that all students will participate in the lesson process. The lesson have already been planned, and the presentation, because if you put the tablet on the lesson, it will tell you, it will give you instruction as the student have their own iPad telling them what to do, and it will be filing it just makes everything easy. I just want to add my voice to many voices that our lawmaker of the Republic of Liberia shouldn't close their eyes. This is education. Let them open their two eyes, that they should be able to support the education system needed this project, because the way this project has come, and it will be in various schools, is actually make learning easier. So we ask them to add budget to this in helping the education system, especially partners, because what we notice that when partners come and bring projects, those that run after the project, they will just leave it in the person hand. At the end of the day, the project are done. But this project, because this is my first time, to be frank, I'm going to use APA in my school, in my class, right? So we appealing to them to please help this project. They don't leave it with a partner, because we notice when the partner bring the project, they will just lay back. At the end of the day, let them put budget in it, that this should be successful.
Identify who is creating the lesson. Second, who is taking the notes. Did everyone understand? Both hands up in one clap. Perfect. So time starts now. 2 minutes. There we go.
The minister would have loved to be here, but due to travel engagement, she's unable. So she asked that come in instead to just observe the training and to commend the team respect for this great initiative. Digital education is one of the ministry's priority. As we all know, we're in the 21st century, and the issue of digital education or technology cannot be overemphasized. So this is at the core of the Ministry of Education reform agenda, to ensure that our teachers and our students are oriented to digital learning. We all know the President launched the Digital Transformation Project last year, and the project impacted students and other entrepreneurs. But in order to sustain this initiative, we as government need to look at partners that can support us in this endeavor. As we all know, we have this project being funded by Team Respect and the SPEC Foundation to give our teachers and our students digital literacy education, to introduce them to the use of technology. From the workshop today, what I've seen, I see the excitement in the teacher faces. Most of them for the first time handling tablets and seeing digital content and how to present. So I think this workshop is instrumental in giving our teachers the needed skills, the knowledge on how to navigate using the tablet. And I know this is content already built, developed at Team Respect. We have looked at it pretty much in line with our primary curriculum. I think this is something that would significantly improve teaching and learning at our primary schools. I know this is a pilot program. The plan of the ministry is to sustain this program. As we all know, foundation is the beginning of everything. You cannot build a building without a solid foundation. Eventually, that building will collapse. So that's why the Ministry of Education will do all we can to ensure that we build up the foundation so that when the children leave elementary schools, they have the foundation to sustain and to make sustainable progress in their secondary education.
Curriculum, we are part of this already. I remember when we went to the Fantastic Symposium in Kenya, we had a meeting with Respect on this. So we got back to Liberia. First and foremost, we had to send our curriculum to them to look at the content and now come out with this app. So we've come out with the app that have created a lot of options. The next phase of this, we are going to be aligning the content in our primary curriculum, that is grades 1 to 3, with this content on this app. As you can see, we have the app for primary grade level 1 to 3. All of what content we have in our curriculum can be aligned with this. And this is a very good app. Our teachers are here 2 days looking at what they need to do to work on the app. So when they get to the classroom, they will now be able to roll it out to the students. So our own will need to work with them continuously on refreshers. So we are excited to be here and want to say thank you to Respect Foundation, True Respect, that are providing us with these gadgets that will take EdTech to our classroom, especially at the primary level. So yes, again, our content in our curriculum can be aligned with this content. The contents are all good contents as well. We just align it a bit and it will be ready for our classroom. But before then, our teachers are here. They've been here for 2 days. They've been navigating our issue on how to use this gadget. So thanks again. Thanks to the Minister of Education for affording us this opportunity through our Deputy Minister and that of the Assistant Minister for TVET, STEM and Inclusive Education.
I'm so happy today that we are able to accomplish the Respect MOE, the Memorandum of Understanding that was signed early this year, 2025, after our return with Minister Cisco and Minister Foley from the U.S. In 2024, I went to the U.S. with my minister. We went to the U.S. with Minister Foley, Minister Cisco, and we met with the Respect team. And we had an engagement with them regarding their implementation in Liberia. And one thing I want to tell God, thank you for my boss, Minister Nathaniel Cisco, who can work hard usually to push us to achieve our agenda. As you all know, the national platform for digital education has been embraced by the President of Liberia, and the Ministry of Education, through Minister Jasso, is doing everything to make sure that education plays her part to ensure that digital education reach from the very foundation to the senior high level. On the ARISE project, we were able to carry on the senior high digital education program, but the gap from the primary to junior high has been there. So our visit to the US helped us to realize that we needed to go down to the foundation. So from that visit, Minister Foley and Minister Cisco, being policy maker, and I, being a technical person, were able to negotiate with Respect to make sure that Respect program be implemented in Liberia. And from the discussion from Washington to their visit in Liberia and to the realization of today's program has brought joy to my life and to the work we do at the ministry. I want to say thank you to Minister Jasso, who has supported us through the time and because she wants to see the best. And we also want to make sure that we work hard to make sure that this program brings dignity to our education system in terms of teaching and learning, that people, our teachers who have been used to traditional classroom will gradually transit into digital education from the foundation. I always tell the teachers that the students, the little ones, they know more about the phone and the digital apps than we, the older ones. So if we intend to roll digital education into our schools, the teachers got to be very intentional to build their capacity, or else the students will disgrace them in a way that they will not be able to get adapted to the apps and the things they're supposed to do to control their class. The students will go ahead of them. So one of the things I'm actually asking the Ministry of Education and the government of Liberia to actually increase, because the world is digital now, increase the national budget for education and prioritize digital education so we'll be on par with the global society. Because we go out there, we see a lot of things happening. So first student in a few minutes, we just take their phone and go on the phone and do their application and come down with different apps and other things, learning apps, and work in it. But we carry this thing into our school, our students not able to apply them. So we actually asking the government of Liberia, because the president of Liberia wants Liberia to be a digital nation. So he's trying his best to ensure that education can carry this platform, so that it help us to increase our budget for sustainability of digital education in our schools. Because sometimes the people will come, they help us when they leave, and we don't have budget to continue the program, guys. When another group come, they bring their own program, and all the money that will be spent in that particular program will just go in vain. But this one, the minister is intentional to make sure that we achieve our objective. So we want to say thank you for the Ministry of Education and to the Respect Foundation to Respect platform for giving us this opportunity for digital education at the primary level. So by the time they leave from primary level, they go to secondary level, they already have something to work with. And we're appealing to them to help with capacity building for our teachers. That's our greatest challenge now, to build the capacity of our teachers to be able to teach in the most effective way in our schools. Thank you, and God bless us and the nation Liberia and our minister to achieve the agenda for which she has to do to achieve her goal and bring Liberia to that platform where we can have dignity to the education system.
It's good to come to the end of this two-day event that brought teachers from 10 counties together, from those counties, bringing 30 teachers all together to this initiative. This initiative was intended to bring our teachers up to speed with the integration of ICT in education. You know, nowadays we are in the digital age, and then most of our lessons are always maybe web-based or digital based, and if we must bring our students into the realities of today's technology, we have been very prudent enough for us teachers to have some set of ideas on how we do it. So we brought teachers who have now used this technology from those counties, and yes, today we've had a wonderful time. They were taught how to use the tablets, a new set of tablets that the Specs Foundation bought, and then an app was introduced or installed on the tablets. Those apps included the Masinga part and then that of the DAS learning. And then they were taught the content, and it was a wonderful thing. Their testimonies were worthwhile. We want to call on government presently to look into how we can sponsor education, specifically digital education. Is something that we must push, in this nation. Thank God for the president who, in his wisdom, has thought to drive education within our borders, ensuring that we meet the needs of the 21st century. And thanks also to Minister Jaso Jala for her fast-sightedness in the recommendation that got us to where we are today, and we are pushing the agenda of EdTech. Thanks to our partners' respect, we are going back again to the US and we will be soliciting funding for more tablets and to also support teachers' education. Thank you to our media team who has been here, all of the staffs, my director, and the rest of the team here, our securities, and all our support staffs, including our media practitioner who have stood here with us during this time. I look forward to a brighter and EdTech training society.
This is my first time being in Liberia, and I can say that I have had a fantastic opportunity.
Liberia is simply wonderful. Team Respect have been welcomed with open arms and a lot of love and support.
I met good people, people who are eager to learn, people who are very sociable, and my stay here has been excellent. Well, I can say I had to face some cultural shock because the type of food that is served here is not the food that I'm used to back at home, but I've managed to sink into the culture of Liberians. And so far I can say that I'm a happy person being in Liberia.
Team Respect is excited to come back to Liberia and meet our partners and cherished friends at the Ministry of Education here.
Well, as we conclude the training today, I can say to me it's sad because I feel like I would have stayed here for a couple of days, interacting with the great people of Liberia, learning from them as well as them learning from me. So my parting shot is that yes, we are leaving back to Kenya, but we are looking forward to coming back and having this wonderful interaction with the great people of Liberia and working together with them to ensure that respect is able to deliver and that every child in this republic is able to use EdTech apps to improve and upgrade themselves in their academic work.
We cannot wait to see them at the M-Education Global Symposium happening later in the year and look forward to the success of Project Respect.
The impact of this training extends far beyond the classroom. By equipping teachers with digital skills, this program is helping to build a brighter future for Liberia. The Digital EdTech Training Program is a testament to the power of collaboration and innovation. By embracing technology, Liberia is paving the way for a future where every child has the opportunity to reach their full potential.